Please stand and lay the prayer. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, holy be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our sins, as we forgive those who sin against us. Do not bring us to test, but deliver us from heaven. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen. Please sit down. So, good morning, class. Our topic for today is Earth Science, Earth's interior, continental drift, and plate tectonics. When we see continental drift is that describe one of the earliest way to geology that contains smoke over time. So today, the theory of continental drift is most associated with the scientist Alfred Wegener. So when we see plate tectonics is major landforms are created as result of Earth's subterranean movements. The theory, which shall define in 1966, transformed the Earth science by explaining many phenomena including mountain, building events, volcanoes, and earthquakes. In plate tectonics, Earth's outer layers is there. So, kasabot na mo sa continental drift and plate tectonics. Okay, so there are spheres of the Earth. Spheres of the Earth, there are three types of spheres of the Earth, which is lithosphere, and hydrosphere, and atmosphere. So, lithosphere is the land. So, lithosphere is the solid part of the Earth. So, lithosphere. So, rock and mineral is the examples of lithosphere. So, and the second is the hydrosphere. So, hydrosphere is a water. So, hydrosphere is liquid part of the Earth, and hydrosphere. Okay, liquid of the part. So, example is oceans, river, o ubanta. So, ikatulo is atmosphere. So, kaibawa mo ugon sa atmosphere. So, atmosphere is a Earth. So, atmosphere, gas part of the Earth. Kanang oxygen. Example is oxygen and nitrogen. So, moto siya ang spheres of the Earth. So, spheres of the Earth is lithosphere, hydrosphere, and atmosphere. Moto siya ang spheres of the Earth. So, Earth's interior. So, Earth interiors is the outside to inside. So there are the outside to inside is crust, mantle, and outer core, and inner core. Moto siya ang Earth's interior sa outside or inside. So, sa crush ta mag-una. So, crush is, there are two types of crush. So, oceanic and continental. When we say oceanic is a crush below the ocean. Ang oceanic. So, ang continental drift is a crush that is made or land. Ang crush to na is, ang continental is made of land. So, next is mantle. So, mantle is a liquid layer. Liquid layer sa liquid layer. So, liquid layer is magma melted rock. Magma melted rock, puno ang kwan. So, asthenospheric mantle. Asthenospheric mantle part of the mantle with conviction, currents ang asthenosper or mantle. So, next is outer cure. So, outer cure is liquid layer. So, when we say liquid layer, is made of iron and nickel. So, lingkuan siya sa iron and nickel. Next is inner cure. So, nato siya ito. Outer cure and inner cure. So, next is solid layer. So, solid layer is made of iron and nickel. So, pasimo siya sa outer cure. Outer cure and inner cure. So, mag-diskuta sa continental. Balik ta sa continental drift. So, continental drift is one of the earliest way geologists thought continents moves over time. Today, the theory of continental drift has been replaced by the science of plate tectonics. The theory has the most associated with the scientists of Fred Wegener in the early centuries. Wegener published paper explaining in this theory. So, si Alfred Wegener ang published. So after continental drifts, Alfred Wegener was theory that continents were once a single supercontinent called Pangaea. So, called siya is Pangaea. So, sa all land di siya sa Pangaea. So, over time, these supercontinents now broke apart into we have today. So, na siya picture ta. So, mo siya ang Pangaea. This is Pangaea. So, evidence. So, evidence is fossils, rock types. So, muna siya ang tulo ka evidence. So rocks is the continents can fit together like a puzzle. Fit kuno siya parehas sa puzzle. So, when we see fossils, similar fossils were found on coastlines of different continents. Coastlines mo siya ang fossils is similar fossils were found in coastline. Ma-found ko na natin siya sa coastline. So, rock types. When we see rock types, mountains that occur on one coastline also occur on another continent across the ocean. Ang rock types. So next is the plate tectonics. So when we see plate tectonics, ang plate tectonics is scientifically theory that explains how major landforms are created as a result of Earth's subterranean. So, plate tectonics has two plates and plate tectonics. So, there are two. So, first is the theory of plate tectonics. So, when you see of theory of plate tectonics, so there is a theory of plate tectonics is the crust is broken up na buak. So, broken up to section or pieces that move on top of the liquid mantle. So, ano siya ang tawag na asthenosper. So, maoto siya ang first na plate sa plate tectonic. And the second is the tectonic plates. When we say tectonic plates, this section or piece, mo siya ang called plates. So, ano siya ang plates ni siya. So, ano siya. So, plates is, nag-discuss na tayo plates, so ato i-discuss ang plates. So, plates, there are 7 major plates on the earth. There are 7 major plates on the earth that are moving extremely slowly but continuously. So major plates has Eurasian, African, Australian, and Antarctica and Narza and American. Mo siya ang major plates nga lugar. So, intermediate plates. So, when we see intermediate plates is the Caribbean, Cocos, Ladjan, and Arabian, Philippine, Wandi Obliga, and Scolia. Moon siya ang sa intermediate of plates. Nagkuha siya ang intermediate of plates. So, there are 2 main types of plates. Natay 2 main types of plates. When we see plates, sabot mo plates, no? So, natay 2 main types of plates. So, there are oceanic and continental. So, oceanic means ocean. And continental, it means land. So, ang oceanic is land. Oceanic is ocean. So, continental is land. So, earth tectonics plate. So, natay kuan sa earth tectonics. So, earth tectonics is there are convection currents. So, when we see convection currents is the convection shells in the mantle move the plates. So, move the plates as hold in the center, this dense magma rises up due to the heat. When the magma reaches, so the surface sinks and back down, creating a circular pattern. So, moto siya ang convection cell. So, moto siya. So, this process happens continually. So, magpadayon jud siya. So, hot is goes up, ito siya sa makuan. So, when we see cold, go down. Cold, go down. So, crash density. Oceanic plate dense. So, PV or 6 subducted means furnace is continental crash. So, continental plates is less dense. So, lighter jud siya. Kay less man siya. So, plate boundaries. Border between 2. So, 3 types of boundary. So, divergent, and convergent, and also transform. Moto siya ang type sa divergent and convergent. So, nakoy picture para makita mo ang types of faults. So, a boundary dito siya. So, divergent boundaries. So, divergent boundaries is kanang niya siya nga divergent. Ato siya, ang diri siya. Ano siya, this is called divergent. Ano siya is examples of divergent. So, plates moving apart. So, na diri siya sa ang plate. Ang diri mo tong plates moving apart. So, sea floor spreading. So, when we see sea floor spreading is the process by which new oceanic crust is created. Oceanic crust is created. So, two oceanic plates move apart, magma comes, kung tectonics comes, kanang moabot ang tectonics niya comes in magma. So, a rising magma causes it forms new oceanic crust. Examples is Mid-Atlantic. So, mo to siya example sa Mid-Atlantic ridge mo siya. So, magnetic reversal. Magnetic reversals is paleomagnetism. Evidence of seafloor spreading. So, seafloor spreading. Youngest crust is the center older as you go out. When we say Earth's magnetic pulse events from north to south. So, mid-ocean ridge, a mountain under the ocean. So, ang mid-ocean ridge kay is under the ocean. So, a mid-ocean ridge form where oceanic plates continue to separate. Continue dito siya. So, a reef valley. When continental plates fall apart, they form reef valley. Ma-form siya o reef valley. So, mixed volcano undulant. So, example is African. Moto siya ang reef valley ng example. So, next is convergent. Convergent. Boundaries. Mono siya convergent boundaries. So, plates come together. Kanang ang convergent is ang plates po ni magtagbo sila. Mono siya ang convergent nga plates convergent magtagbo. So, there is example of convergent. Mono siya example of convergence. So, like ito ang divergent. So, subduction June. Subduction June. So, subduction is oceanic continental. So, more dense, heavier oceanic crust goes under the less dense continental crust. As the plate moves around under the continental crust, deep sea trends. Next is deep sea trends. Deep sea trends. So, subduction, oceanic. So, a depression hole in the ocean floor at a subduction and sand it. So, next is volcanic island chains. Volcanic island chains. Ako na. When two oceanic plates meet and one goes under the so forms of volcanic island. Examples is Aleutian Island. Mo to siya example sa volcanic island. So mountains. Next is continental. Subduction sa mountains is continental. So, when two continental plates come together, the plate push up and form mountains. So, kung ang continental comes together, the plates push up and form mountains. So, transform fault boundaries. Plates slide past one another. So, transform. Ang example is transform. Muna siya ang transfer. Ang transfer is ang plates ato padong siya. Ang plates po tayo dali padong. Ay, dili tubig. Ito na kaspon. Ha? Tubig ko. So, muna siya ang transform. Tawag niya. Transform plate. So, also called faults siya. So, cause earthquake, tsunamis, and flood. So, faults. When we see faults, is large structures break into one. Muna siya example sa faults. Muraga, tagbo sila ba? Faults. So, mo to siya ang pan. So, types of faults is normal, reverse, and strike. So, when we see, muna siya example of normal fault. Mao siya example. So, when we say normal faults, mao siya ang normal faults. Mura siya na slide siya sa normal faults. So, normal faults is rocks move down. Ang isa ka plates ma-move down, ang isa pa doon sa taas. So, reverse faults. Rocks move upward. Ma-move upwards ang reverse. So, when we say strike slip faults, rocks slide past one another in opposite direction. Moto siya ang strike slip faults. Moto siya ang types of faults. So, volcanoes. Volcanoes in an opening earth that erupts. So, gases, ash, and lava caused by plate movement. So, kung volcanoes gani mo kuan is a plate movement along boundaries. So, when we see occur at both the convergent plates boundaries. So, ana siya dire. Kung mugawas ang magma, kung bubutok ang volcano. Lava siya una, muna siya ang volcano. So, lava sa una. So, sunod is magma. So, magma, melted rock under the surface inside. Muna siya ang magma. Inagbuto niya, magawas siya. So, lava is nasa gawa outside. Muna siya ang lava nga melted rock above the surface. Makuha na siya kung bubuto ang volcanoes. So, types of volcanoes is, there are types of volcanoes. So, shield, cinder, cone, composite. Ano siya ang shield, cinder, cone, and composite. So, when we say shield is a volcanic cone made of a layers of hardened lava. Muna siya ang shield. So, cinder cone, when we say cinder cone, is volcanic cone made of rock particle, ash, and ash. So, composite. Composite, volcanic cone made of alternating layers of lava or lava and rock particles. So, moto siya ang composite sa types of volcanoes. So, hot spot. So, hot spot. A part of mantle. Mantle is really hot and magma is forced up to the surface. So, create islands. Maka-create siyang island. So, ang island is Hawaiian Island. So, maka-create siya o island. So, Hawaiian Island. So, earthquakes. Earthquakes caused by moving along a fault occurs mainly at plate boundaries. So, focus point under the Earth's surface when an earthquake starts. So, kung ang earthquake mo linog siya, kuan dyan na ang liki. So, when we see epicenter placed on Earth, muna siya. Epicenters, muna siya ang focus. Muna siya ang focus. And di siya ang diri. Muna siya ang fold. So, muna siya. Kasabot mo guys. So, kasabot mo guys. So, earthquake waves. So, seismic waves. So, seismograph instrument that measures of earthquake waves. So, there are types of earthquakes. So, P-wave. So, ang P-wave is the fastest or moves rock. Muna siya ang P-wave. Muna siya ang P-wave. Fastest move back and forth. So, next is C-wave. C-wave. So, that is secondary wave ni siya. So, C-wave is a slower, moves up, down. Lahi ra siya sa P-wave in primary. So, ang third is wave, surface wave ni siya. So, surface wave is a most dangerous ni siya sa katong duha. So, moves both back and forth and side. But,
Mo siya, most part, fourth, and side. So, tsunamis. Tsunamis also called the tidal waves. Ang tsunami kay called tidal waves. So, large ocean waves caused by an earthquake under the ocean. So, ang wave is, ano siya? Kung ano siya, waves yun siya. So, can also caused by landslide under the water. So, sa tubig is, kung mawave na gano'n siya, so ang water is mawave, mura siya, muliki siya, ano siya na. Ito siya. So, plate boundaries. So, divergent boundary, pinandun mo sa divergent boundary. So, the divergent currents is move apart. Seafloor spreading, mid-ocean, and also rift valley. So, convergent boundary. Kasabot mo sa convergent boundary? Okay. So, convergent boundary is mountain. So, maka-form siya of mountain. So, next is subduction zone. Examples is deep sea plains and also volcanic arc and island arc. So, transform boundary. So, what are the types of transform boundary? So, kaya ba mo? Okay, kaya din mo. So, there are types of faults. Motong siya ang right is faults is reverse and reverse fault and normal fault and moto siya ang types of faults. So, sa types of rock no sa ta. So, types of rock is sedimentary and igneous of metamorphic. Moto siya ang types of rock. So, sedimentary rocks is made up of smaller rocks, sedimentary, smaller rock. So, okay, sometimes fossils usually have the layers. So, So, sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks form when the low sedimentary rocks form as a chemical reaction in the water that leaves, usually on the ocean bottom, form along beaches, by rivers, or under the water in lake or ocean. Na makuha siya sa under the lake or ocean. So, sedimentary rocks. So, tapos ipakita ninyo sa picture sa sample of sedimentary rocks. Muna siya ang example sa sedimentary rock. This is the samples of sedimentary rocks. So, in the igneous rocks, so some were liquid or magma. So, hot eruptive fragment, they call very quickly is explosive. So, when we say others were liquid magma but it did not erupt from the volcano instead of cold slowly in underground. So, in the generalized rocks that are formed called lava above ground, they cool very quickly and therefore form small crystal. Small form in small crystal. So, intrusive rocks that are full of magma below ground, they cool very slowly, they form large crystal. So, mga siya. Indigenous igneous rocks is which is extrusive and which is intrusive. So, there is the examples of extrusive. Ano siya ang example sa extrusive? So, when you see intrusive this is the examples nga intrusive sa nga bato. Ano siya? So, rocks. Igneous rocks in magma. Ano siya? So, examples of igneous rock is this. Metamorphic form with igneous sedimentary. In form sa igneous sedimentary. So, metamorphic rock or heated or series forming a new rock usually. So, metamorphic. This can either happen underground or this can either happen in the underground or above ground. So, underground is high pressure, high sa underground. And above ground is volcano erupting. So, when classifying metamorphic rocks, they form a parent rock. So, metamorphic rocks. This is the pictures of metamorphic rocks. Na siya ang picture sa metamorphic rocks. So, examples of metamorphic rocks is this. Pakita na. This is the examples of metamorphic rocks. So, nakasabot mo sa i-discuss. Okay. So, kung nakasabot mo, nakoy pansiran ninyo. So, there's is the exercise. So, first question is, what did you understand about the continental? And second question is the evidence of continental drift theory. Nakailan doon mas evidence of continental drift theory? Okay. So, number 3 is, what have you understand about the concept of plate tectonics? Number 4 is, what happens when there is divergent plate? What activities are developed during the divergent? So, ito siya ang question nga i-answer na. So, at nakasabot mo sa akong i-discuss ang klaso. So, this is the last. So, hindi rin tataman parahan. Thank you, class, and goodbye.